Hello, so this is gonna be a plushie unboxing. Not really plushie per se, more like Aliexpress review. So I did buy large plushies and some clothes. So they're all from Aliexpress basically. So the clothes they got me the wrong clothing. So they got me this feminine pink dress clothes. I supposed to order I supposed to get a sailor outfit that is pink, but instead I got this very frilly dress. So they refund me $8. So these two, I think it totals around $20. Um, in AliExpress, it's supposed to be $4, but they include the shipping, so they double it. It's $8. So they refund me, including the shipping costs, which is nice. So yeah, it's a very cute dress, but I have mostly male characters for my plushie. So I kind of make Hero from Mr. Love Queen Choice my large plushie wear instead because I feel like it matches him more. I feel like out of all the allies is my favorite. He was more likely to cross dress, I guess. So I got these two clothes along with two large plushies. So these clothes are supposed to be for my plushie. So I got Love Rush Chronicle aunts and large plushie. So they come in naked, which is why I bought these clothes. So I am kind of disappointed because I feel like the sailor suit will suit aunts a lot more. But oh well. Here is for Lars. It's more like it's a very cute doggy outfit, I guess. I feel like Lars has associated with big cats and dogs, like lions and dogs, while Aunts is more like wolf, cat, and bunny. They kind of have a mixed match of animals that symbolize them in a way, to be honest. I feel like Lars is pretty close to a dog too. He's very bright and cheery. So I wear this I got this outfit that have this like doggy logo on it. So very cute. So I'm not huge on dressing up my doll. Like I don't change my dolls every time, like change their clothes or something. Usually I display them similar to my date and Android. I don't really switch their poses. I just display them as it is. So these clothes I think they're fine for now. I do got the supporter because of that dress, but what can you do, right? At least they refund me. But yeah, so these two clothing is $20 total. I think it's best to buy for AliExpress. I think the shipping is the expensive part. So I like the Love Brush Chronicle. It's one of my favorite Otome gacha games so far. So I want to buy some merch of them. Unfortunately, I can't what's it called again? Unfortunately, I can't find official merch of them, to be honest. I only find most of the official merch is from Macari, where it's mostly badges. I want some plushie of them because I saw them in Twitter. Can't have them. Cause I can't. I don't know where people buy them. Probably from a third person. But for me, I'm lazy to get them. So I go to AliExpress, which is why I got two plushies of one is Ans and one is Lars, and their clothes as well. Their clothes is not what I really wanted, to be honest. I wish there's better clothes to find, because I had to find one that suits them. I feel like the company will probably know what suits them, which is why I want to buy official merch of their plushies. But like I say, I'm pretty lazy to find a third party seller to buy them. Plus, it probably takes really long too. So yeah, there's that. AliExpress it takes around 2 weeks, pretty fast to be honest. But yeah, so I got these two dolls. Together they cost around like $16 to $17. Shipping is around $32. So the shipping is pricey. I mean, they're pretty big dolls too. But yeah, so all this package, including the clothes and the dolls, costs around 80 something dollars. And to be honest, the shipping is pretty fast. So I am pretty impressed how fast the shipping is. Um, so I think it's kind of worth the price a little bit. $30 for China. I don't know, cause I know Ami is pretty expensive already. Because I could pay $70 for shipping. But yeah, here's these two dolls, and will say their quality is really nice. So the only dolls I got so far is I purchased from Macari, and one from TikTok Shop, which is my Caleb. Yeah, so Macari, I got is all secondhand. Basically, you basically it's like a garage sale in a certain way. So Macari, I got two dolls from Macari and one doll from TikTok Shop. And they're still pretty pricey. To be honest, they're similar price to this if you include the shipping and everything. So here's Ans, and like I say, he's like a cat. He also in most of his not reincarnation, alternate universe, he also like a wolf too. So there's a lot of mismatch. He's sometimes like that represent a bunny. So it's a lot of he associated with a lot of animal, but I think the common one is cat and wolf. And they're pretty good quality too. I like the face. I love the embroidery. Everything has been embroidered, and his hair looks really nice. I think they look really more nicer than the Caleb I got from the TikTok shop. Well, to be honest, the TikTok shop is not really bad. I think the it is kind of pricey too. So the plushie I got from the TikTok shop for Caleb is $19, and the clothing including the clothing is also $19. So the clothing is what it makes it expensive in a TikTok shop. Cause Love Brush is $16 technically. The plushie individually is $16. Is the clothing is around $8 because I buy them separate. So in a way, AliExpress is still somewhat cheaper in the compared to the TikTok shop, and maybe Bakari. Bakari is more like a garage sale, so it depends on who you purchase from. I think technically TikTok is more cheaper because the shipping of the for the plushie is pretty pricey. It's $32. I mean $38. So yeah, it's the shipping that's pricey at AliExpress. But you can't buy any for all time stuff in other places, so which is why I kind of end up going to AliExpress. So I say it depends on the depends on the people who's selling it, to be honest. But yeah, so this plushie, I think they are very high quality. Of course, Lars is a lion. Lars associated is mostly because of lion, and I guess the bright sun. He's pretty sunny, which I love about him. I noticed that I really like love interest that's associated with the sun. Apparently, and my main love interest was Alkay, but Lars slowly won my heart, and then Ans too. At the end, they're pretty neck and neck on which one is my favorite. But so far, I do like Lars a little tiny bit better. And Ans' voice acting is so good in Japan, and I really love his I forgot what they call it again. I really I really love his boyish charm because Oz is pretty boyish. He likes to play video games and other stuff. And Alcade is very princely too. But he's like I would say he's like a hero with a dark most of his trope is like hero with a dark past, very kind, but has a dark side, very complex. So I really like Alcade. He's very somewhat mysterious feel to him too. So yeah, so Arcade was my first because I like his looks, but I really love Lars when I read some of his stories. I just really love his personality because Lars is a type of personality where he like Caleb where he's sunny in the outside but deep inside he's a torture soul. I feel like Lars is a little bit different where he is bright and sunny even in the darkest time where he tries to find the bright side of things. Just I feel like the Empire version of them are really interesting. I don't know how to describe their Empire version. I got introduced to Lars Empire version recently, and I think he's very interesting. Alcade is Empire version is a little psychopathic, which is very interesting for me, I guess. But yeah, these plushie is so adorable. I love their faces. I love their red lips. I think they're really cute. Because I think Caleb and my Alcade has dark lips, like black lips. They put a smile lips, but these red cute lips, I think they have the softer look to them. I think it's really cute, and they have blushies too. So I mean, to be honest, for this big of a doll, and for the pricing, I think it's reasonable. Technically, they cost if you divide the shipping and everything, they cost technically $32 per doll. So I mean, they're not cheap for sure, but I feel like it is kind of worth it of how big it is. Because I think in the mall, the dolls that are this big runs really expensive. I guess when you think about it, I think 30 is the least, and then it goes up to $50, $60 per doll, depending how big the doll is. Because I remember I bought a Hello Kitty doll that cost $50 for my cousin's birthday. But yeah. But these are dress up dolls, so they're very cute. So I guess including the clothes, they run around $40 technically. But yeah, I mean they're not cheap per se, but I mean I think they're reasonable enough. How big the quality is, they're very huggable. They feel nice when you hug them. So yeah. But unless you're the type who wants to display the doll, you could dress them up whatever you want. So I think the $40 is not that bad of a price tag. So I remove Shiro clothes. Not Shiro, Kiro clothes. Kiro clothes from Mr. Love Queen Choice. I think he's in my June haul. So I remove his clothes and make him dress in that pink outfit and make Ons wear this clothes instead. I feel like this suit Ons more. Ons either have a very like I say, Ons has this boyish charm. He wears hoodies. He has this boyish clothing. I guess clothing wise, he might be a little bit similar to Caleb because Caleb had this boyish clothing as well. But Caleb is a little bit more mature. Because sometimes Ons is wear clothes pretty colorful as well. Lars is very Lars is either sophisticated or very eccentric. Because Lars is he's supposed to be a eccentric CEO type of guy. Both of them are rich, by the way. So of course this is Otomaki. They're both rich. Ans, like I say, Ans has boyish charm. Lars has more of a eccentric CEO type that is not serious. I feel like CEO type of character are usually the serious type of character, more cootery than anything. But I feel like Lars and even Marius from Tears of Thieves, their personality where they're rich but they're still fun. They're very eccentric. I think it appeals to me a lot. They're not brooding, so they're fun. I think I'm growing out of the phase of brooding characters, to be honest. I do love cooteries, don't get me wrong, but for more live service Atoma game where you play, you see them a lot, you interact with the characters more, seeing their story. I'd rather have a character that's not always a downer, Shana and other console Atomic game is fine. I do like more brooding hero because I do like the angst, the story. But like I said, they're more short, compact story compared to a live service story where you see most of the you there's more daily life cards. But to be fair, usually I do like the brooding character at the beginning, the main game, and then at the um at the fandom, I started to really enjoy it more because they're no longer brooding. They're more happier. They're more cuter. So yeah. So overall, very nice quality. These dolls are very nice, very good quality. I would say they're around $30 to $40 a price range, including the clothes. But is it worth it for me? Yes, because like I said, I barely have any Love Rush Chronicle merch, and I'm aiming for only three allies. If you have all five allies, that might be pricey. And I think Aliexpress does sell Love and D Space, which is very popular at Tomy now. So if you want to, you can check it out there. So these are my large collection of my big dolls. Usually I collect small ones, and they are pretty pricey to be honest. Around $26 to $28 range. That is not including the shipping, but just the doll itself. I just checked Plush One, and then the doll itself is like around 20, 22, $23, and then with clothes it's 35. So when you think back about it, $32 for these large plushie is pretty good deal. I mean, yeah, but overall, these are the large plushie. The two big ones I got, the Caleb I got the one a long time ago. I would say I don't like the quality as much clothing wise because his jacket keep falling off, and he does get dirty easily with his hair. His hair is not. I don't think it's not good quality compared to Lars and Ons, the one I just purchased. Yeah, but I think I regret getting this Caleb large plushie a little bit. I should have looked more into different type of plushie that they have. But yeah, yeah, just can be careful on what you purchase. Make sure you want to get the right one because these are really big. They take a lot of room. I'm good with this one. He's still adorable. So, and I hugged him. He's very huggable still. Just that his jacket and his quality clothes isn't that great, to be honest. But overall, I think he's a decent plush. I just wish there's a better version of him because he is my favorite ally. So I did regret getting this version of him. So here are my two plushie that I got recently. I pre-ordered these two plushie, but they're, like I say, non-huggable because of they have so many stuff on their plush. So the brand and the Jin Yuan, I pre-ordered them for a long time, like last year. I really like the Brad plushie. I think I liked his style of plush way more compared to the Jin Yuan, where his arm is kind of elongated, and his eyes is kind of everything is kind of elongated with them, to be honest. But like I said, they have so many stuff on them. It's gonna hurt if you hug them. They have like these paper mache, these I forgot what those called, felt. So it's just so hard to hug. But yeah, they're for display mostly purposes, not huggable. But yeah, I really love Brant plushie. I just really hope they're gonna make another Gian plushie with this style. But yeah. So here's the main four plushie of that I got recently. So after Caleb, I pre-ordered Brant and Jinhua, and they finally come. These are actually the one that I bought latest. They come pretty fast when I bought them. So two of them are from Mikari, and I did switch clothes from Kiro clothes to for on clothes. So Kiro ended up wearing this pink frilly dress instead. I do wish they have a maid outfit because I saw lots of Love and Deed Space plush. People wear give them a maid outfit. I'll say Kiro is more smiley, so this push kind of not match him in a way because he have that very downward smile. He's a very happy-go-lucky character unless you know his alter ego. Then, yeah, but yeah, Alcade is super cute. Alcade will I say he has my favorite clothes. I love his cardigan, and I love how his uniform basically. But I think his clothes is the best in out of all these dolls. And it doesn't even fall off easily too compared to the Caleb one. But yeah, Arcade and Kyo are both from Macari. They're a second hand, and I bargained them a pretty good deal, around $20 to $25. And they're pretty. The sellers are pretty close to my area too, so the shipping isn't that bad. So here I placed them right in the back. Like I say, they're really large plushie. So I put them right in the back. I look like a huge plushie hoarder, and like I say, it's so big I had to put them right here too. I've been buying plushie for 5 years, so that's the outcome of my collection. I put some in the car as well. So here are the main two, and they look really cute. I love how they look like right now. I do wish they had better clothing, but I think this is good enough. I love their expression. I love their blushes. I think they are one of the higher quality plushie that I bought. Okay, besides Brand and Genuine. But Brand and Genuine are uncuggable and they have a lot of stuff on them. So yeah, and they're official merch, so that's why they're more higher quality. Overall, I really love these plush dolls. Their face and expression is really nice. Their hair is more nicer compared to my Caleb one. But like I say, Caleb, I bought him in a rush. I should have like look around more dolls before I choose that doll. So it's not a fair assessment. So yeah, Aliexpress is good for Atome stuff, I guess, because I do sell a lot of Atome. I basically love a Deep Space plush and Atome plush. Atome plush are rare because like they're part niche. So when I get a lot, when I see Atome plush, I tend to purchase them instantly. Most of these plush I got from eBay, which they up price. I bought these a long time ago, by the way, like very long time ago. They do up price in the past a lot. But yeah, Otome plush. I can't control myself when I see Otome stuff basically. But now that they have more releases of Otome stuff, I started to cool down on purchasing them. So now I have to be patient on what I want. More sources compared to in the past where I can purchase them in Macari. Army starts to have some too. They have a lot of tiers of themes, which is why I bought a F ton of them recently. Uh AliExpress is also another source of Atome stuff. And obviously all other sellers if you check on other places, because I think Atome started to become a little bit more popular than usual. So now that people have more items to sell, because lots of my Love Brush Chronicle plush, not my merch, which is button and stuff, are from my local area, which I'm surprised. I mean, local seller. But yeah, overall, I really love these plushies. They're so cute. I won't buy any more big ones, hopefully, because it's taking so much room. I just need one to hug, and I already got my all my favorite allies. I do want all the Love and D Space Li plushie, but that will take so much room. All four of them, no way. I got lots of mini version of the allies I like in Atome game, so I'm pretty good, and I crochet some too. So here's my collection. I've become a huge plushie hoarder. I have been for all these years. My collection just keep growing and growing. That I had to place some in my car. Overall, I love them. They're all my favorite plush are in this in this what you call it, in this bed, on this bed. All the one that kind of fall out of love, I placed them in my car, and I placed them in the other plush area. But yeah, overall, I think the pricing of these plushes is not bad. It costs, like I say, around $40 for one with clothes. And if I remember correctly, the smaller plush costs similar price too. Because the scale, the body itself is around $20. The clothes is an extra $10. So it is pretty pricey for the smaller plush. So I think it's a steal in a way for the big plush to be around $30 to $40. Overall, I'm satisfied with my purchase, and I will put the link below where I got these plushies. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, and thank you for watching.